On the 7th of August, we went from Halls Gap to Ballarat, where we stayed for 2 nights and started to have car problems. So we thought we got that fixed and kept going up, bypass Melbourne, up to Beechworth, and we stayed in Beechworth for 2 nights, the 9th and 10th of August. Still having issues with the car, so we went straight to Canberra, which wasn't planned. So went up via Gundagai to get into Canberra. We spent 4 days there with no car, doing nothing, but we've lived in Canberra before, so that wasn't too much of an issue. On the 15th, we headed out after getting the car back and went past Jindabyne into Kosciuszko National Park. We were meant to stay there 3 nights, but on the 16th we were supposed to go to the snow and the car wouldn't start, so we decided to call it at that point, and we drove all the way home that day because we were just done, like I am with the background noise of our dogs. All the way through Sydney, a little bit of glare there. That was a big day. And home for the end of our trip. It's the 7th of August today. We've come to Sovereign Hill in Ballarat. We just pulled up this morning. It was only an hour and a half drive from where we stayed in the Grampians. So we're just having a bit of a look around. Something different to do. At the little lookout. Having a look over Ballarat. Oh, look at the horses, Hugo. Do you see the horses? Go.
So you can't even do a tour of the old town hall.
We spent a couple of hours at Sovereign Hill. It's really just trying to stretch it out. To say that it was a disappointment would be an understatement. It was also expensive. We're in the town of Ballarat, so having a look at some of the old buildings. It cost us $78 to go to Sovereign Hill. Hugo was free, and it was awful.
There was
really.
Just no information
there was
about it.
No information, no signs, barely anybody to really talk to even.
The ones that we did talk to didn't talk about anything about the place.
Yeah.
Nah.
So
Bit of a waste.
Sovereign Hill and Lorella Springs are in the same, I don't know, we've lumped them in the same basket for disappointments of this trip. Which two things out of 3 months isn't too bad. Still annoying. So now we're just...
Oh, and Tubby's Keggs.
where we didn't even go. Oh well. So yeah, now we're just trying to have a bit of a look around Ballarat. Some more of the old buildings, like the mining exchange over there. Hugo, poor little thing, fell over and he's got grazes all over his face. Let's see your face. Oh, you on the camera. Poor little boy. And he had to push his stroller the whole way around Sovereign Hill, so that was fun. Well, these old buildings are nice. Nicer than what they have at Sovereign Hill. Oh, we're going to be dirty about that, like we're dirty about
Looks
Lorella.
like there's more information than there is at Sovereign Hill as well.
You mean that one billboard over there? Yeah.
Gup.
We haven't really debriefed about Lorella. but we weren't happy with that. That was expensive. And you can four-wheel drive in a lot of places without paying $60 a night to
No,
stay
hang on.
there.
You can drive in dirt in a lot of places. It wasn't full driving.
No. That was like 1 month into our trip and we're still real dirty about it. We spent 2 nights at Lorella. It was $30 per adult per night if you stayed less than 3 nights. Everything was at least a 30 to 45 minute drive away from the campsite.
Which isn't that, like, that's not the annoying bit. The annoying bit is how much it cost for what it was.
Yeah. Unpowered. And then we had to pay $15 for an hour of internet. And we got 2 beers and 2 ice creams. So all of that, accommodation, snacks and internet, cost us $162. And we were really dirty about it for a good week. We were going to use El Questro as a comparison to see, because they were the most similar things that we did on the trip. And El Questro by far was so much better. Just value, things to do, everything really close. Yeah. That's our opinion though. But we take advantage of the beach, like we have a year pass for the beach where we live, and we use state forest full driving tracks, so to pay that much to do stuff that we do at home is a bit annoying.
And the sites were average.
Yeah, they were just the same as what you would find in Limon National Park, where we paid $6 or $8 per person per night to stay. Anyway, that's just our little rant. We had a pretty nice afternoon in the end. Caught up with a friend for a coffee, just in a little cafe in Ballarat. We've come up to the camp kitchen to cook dinner, and Hugo has been playing in here, but he's now driving some of the cars over there. And Ryan and I are attempting to play ping pong, not well at all. I have very bad hand-eye coordination. What are you doing?
Putting the stuff away.
Tidying the kids' area?
No, I think there's a sign that said all things to be put away.
We've had a bit of a rough morning in Ballarat today, so we're treating ourselves to coffee and lunch. Hugo's got a baby Tino. Oh God. So, do you want to tell us what happened today?
Hey,
You want to tell us what happened?
the Ranger didn't start this morning. It was ticking, but then I thought that maybe the fuel filter was full of water, so we tried to replace that. We tried to drain that, and nothing came out. Not really any diesel either. So we finally got it started. We took it to Ford, and the fuel had gelled, so it had pretty much frozen. So we went, they cleared the codes, and it's all running fine now. So we went and bought a blanket.
From the
Now-
op shop for our car.
Now I'm looking up block heaters.
And Land Cruisers.
Yeah.
What fun. So we were supposed to leave this morning, and when Ryan got the car started, we were going to hook it up and literally drive the whole way to Canberra, which is 7.5 hours. And then he was reversing the car to the trailer, and it was just shuddering. So we ended up booking another night here, and we just decided to stay here and get a car sorted at Ford. But luckily, it didn't have anything really wrong with it, and it didn't even cost us to get it looked at. So that was a bonus. After our $1,500 episode in Port Hedland. Oh well. Had a look at the Eureka Centre, which is all the information about the Eureka Stockade, and they have the remnants of the Eureka flag there, and a pretty cool playground for Hugo to play in. Oh. So just getting out some energy. We're all ready sorted all the camper trailer and the car out earlier, so we're ready to go tomorrow. I'm not sure where we're headed next actually. Don't need to be in Canberra till Friday or Saturday, so today's only Monday. See how we go. Boys are playing with the bells. What are you doing in there? Bye. So we had the blanket on under the bonnet last night, turned the car around, parked it so the bonnet was in the sun this morning, and it's about the same time as yesterday, but it does feel warmer, so we're going to give it a go. Yep. Still too cold. So we tried to start it again after having the heater on it, and that didn't work. So Ryan's just boiling some water with the jet boil, which is amazing. That's another story. So he's going to pour hot water over it and see if that liquefies that gel. So according to my Google search yesterday, the gel is from paraffin in the diesel. And until yesterday, I had no idea that diesel could freeze or turn to gel. Oh, Hugo's turning the radio on and off. That's handy. He likes being in the front. It's a shame that he still has to be rear facing in the back because he's so little. Got it started with a big puff of smoke. See how it goes. We're all set up in Beechworth. Ryan's just gone to put some Alpine diesel in the car. So we'll see if that works. Because tomorrow it's supposed to be -2, and the day after it's only supposed to get down to 5. So he really wants to put the Alpine diesel in today to see if that's actually what it is, and if it starts properly tomorrow. And because we spent 4 hours in the car, Hugo and I are staying here. So we're going to have a go at starting the car this morning. We didn't do the blanket or the heater or putting hot water on. It's just got the probably half a tank of Alpine diesel.
Sounded a bit better.
Sounded better.
But still not right.
Still didn't start. It probably would have started then if you put your foot on the accelerator though.
Do we actually want it to start? Are we using it today?
I don't know. You don't have to start it.
Yeah, no. I reckon it's not the fuel. I reckon now because of this it's something else.
Ryan thinks it's something else now.
Yeah, it's got to be something else. It can't be the fuel.
Oh well, that's fun. So we've decided to go to Canberra tomorrow. We're going to go Saturday. Tomorrow's Thursday. But we've booked the car in, so we'll drop it off tomorrow afternoon. And they'll try and do a cold start on a Friday. See if they can figure out what's wrong. But in the meantime, Ryan's decided to change the fuel filter.
Can you open up that?
To see if that's anything contributing to it. Hugo's just entertaining himself with rocks and the drain lid. He was in the fire pit, not actually in it, just playing with all the burnt coals. He's in a gigantic jumper because we needed something that would keep his hands warm, and we can tuck his hands into that because it's a size 4. He's in size 1, and it keeps his legs nice and warm too. Fuel filter's out, and this just looks like a big
We
thing
think
of
it's
water.
Yeah,
It doesn't really smell like diesel.
diesel-y watery mix.
Yeah, it smells really diluted. So maybe that's it. Don't know. Hugo.
Where's the paper towel?
On the front of the car.
Can you bring it here?
Moment of truth. Grab Hugo and shut your door. Definitely contributed, but it's still going in to be looked at tomorrow. Decided to have a look around Beechworth today. This is the Burke Museum. It's $5 each to get in. And this is a little recreation of the main street of Beechworth. It's a bike. It's really cool. A lot better than Sovereign Hill. We just went to Bilson's Brewery, I think it was called, for some cordial tastings. We spent $85 there on 12 different flavours of cordial, which were all delicious. And we're just doing the little gorge drive, and this is the view that's just opened up. So those rocks down there look really nice, and it's just a little windy road. It's one way shared traffic with cars, pedestrians and bikes. Hugo's just squealing away in the back because he's had too much cordial. Did you have too much cordial to taste? Oh, look at that. Oh, you're cranky because your socks are still on. Yeah, I'll take that off. Is that wet because you put it in your mouth to try and get it off? You're a goose. It's a pretty little drive. Not really anywhere to stop and take any photos or video down here though. I don't know if you can hear that buzzing as the hill descent with the car. Bridge. Oh yeah, she did say we'd go over a bridge. The lady at the information centre here was very helpful. Probably the best information centre we've been to all trip.
Bridge.
So that's the Beechworth Cascades. That'd be a nice little property to have up there. Having another fire tonight. Had a good day today.
That's there in case somebody gets burned.
What's over there? Doesn't feel as cold as yesterday.
No, it's cloud cover.
Yeah, it's pretty freezing last night. It's water, yeah. Oh, we love having fires. It's so nice. We started about 2 hours ago, so it's looking nice now. But we're not cooking on it. Just enjoying the warmth. Oh, you're a cutie, Hugo. Where'd you go? Heading to Canberra today. Done a couple of hours and we've just decided to have a little break at Dog on the Tucker Box in Gundagai. So we'll probably have some lunch, go to the bathroom. Hugo's just had a nice nap, so he'll want to have a bit of a play. And then we'll head straight to Canberra from here to drop the car off.
Stay.
And here's Hugo on the Tucker Box. He thought he was going to sit down and have something to eat. Hello. You're too cute, mate. This is the ruins of an inn. Hugo's having fun in the puddles. We've had a nice coffee, hot chocolate lunch break. Left Canberra about an hour and a half ago. It's Monday, the 15th of August, so we got there on Thursday. We dropped the car off as soon as we got there and left it there overnight for the mechanic to do a cold start test on Friday, which they did, and that came back with a glow plug code, but they weren't sure whether that was to replace the glow plugs or an issue with the connection because the wires are all cable tied and a bit funny. So they ran through and checked all the cables and then found that it was an issue with the glow plugs, so we had to replace those. They took everything apart that they had to on Friday and then did the work today. They only had 3 glow plugs in stock at Repco and they needed 5, so the other 2 came from Sydney this morning and they got that all sorted, and we picked up the car around 2 and then, maybe 3, and then we got everything hooked up. The camper trailer was just in our friend's driveway where we've stayed for the weekend. We literally haven't gone anywhere, just their lounge room, because it's expensive to catch a cab in Canberra, and you can't catch anything except a taxi with kids. So we didn't go anywhere. And also, I'm not really a fan of Hugo being in a car without seatbelt on. So we just chilled at their place and kind of recovered a little bit from the last few weeks of the cold, and now we're driving through Cooma. Turn the camera around because it's a beautiful sunset. We're driving through Cooma. We're staying at the Kosciuszko Tourist Park tonight and we're going to Perisher tomorrow. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm happy that the car got fixed because that was the booking that we paid for, and it's just a nice way to end the holiday. So yeah, that worked well. These trees are all really beautiful without their leaves. You got anything to add?
No, not really.
Yeah. It's $1,200 for the car. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I pretty much said everything, right? Probably hear a little baby bum in the back. Little screaming boy. Just had to refilm this whole section because he started screaming halfway through before. It's a cute little town, Cooma. So yeah, that's it. We're on the last few days of a holiday, which is really sad. But we're over the car. So that's been $2,200 of unexpected expenses on this trip. Not to mention how much fuel has cost because it's been over $2 for the whole trip, a litre. Anyway, we've had fun and that's the most important thing. I wish this would pick up sunsets better. It's not that yellow, it's really dark gold colour. Oh well. Just pulled up at Kosciuszko Tourist Park, so this is just inside Kosciuszko National Park. It's not 7 yet, I don't think, but it's dark and it's windy. There was severe wind warnings on the way up.
So we just set Hugo up inside with the wiggles while we get the trailer done, but it's literally like a 5-minute job, which is amazing. So he's happy. He keeps going in to sit on that heater there. Yeah, we'll have a bit of a better look around tomorrow before we head up to Perisher, I think. Oh yeah, I can't see anything. Ryan's just putting the stabiliser legs out. Get in the warmth, I think. Powered side was non-negotiable here. What are you doing? You're wild. We just finished our dinner and Ryan pointed out a possum, but it's so dark I don't think we'll be able to see.
If I do that.
Oh yeah, there we go. It's not a dog, darling.
It's not a dog. It looks like a dog.
Oh, running away. Look at us. It's the moment of truth for the car. It's pretty cold. Should be fixed. How long are you going to leave it?
How long should I?
I don't know. What? Yeah. Great.
That was a waste of $1,000.
You going to try pumping it?
Yeah. That's what I'm doing now.
Brilliant. $1,200 down the drain. Pardon?
Be waiting for a bit.
Yeah. The car started. We haven't turned it off yet because we're going to hook up the trailer and go home. Which is, I don't know how to bleep things out on my editing program, so it's bleepy bleep and bleep. I'm so mad. I'm honestly so frustrated. So we're at Kosciuszko Tourist Park, which is beautiful. We were supposed to spend 3 nights here. We've spent the 1. We were going to go skiing today and take Hugo to the snow because he's old enough to go on skis. That's not going to happen. We're over it. We're done. We want to go home. We don't want to deal with the car. Hugo's a bit sick too, so it's not fun for him today. But yeah, we're so disappointed, so annoyed and angry that this is the way that we have to end such an amazing trip because of our stupid car.
No, we're even more annoyed because we paid somebody and they said it was fixed, and then when we called them, they're just like, oh nah, it would be something else. It wouldn't be what we fixed. We paid them $1,200 to not fix something that was broken.
Yeah. No words to describe how we're feeling this morning at all. It'll take us a little bit to calm down and really acknowledge how good the trip has been overall, despite it ending with 2 weeks of crap. So that's that. We're on our way out of Jindabyne now. Cranky, sad, looking at the glimpses of the snow on the mountain, wishing that we Could have gone, but that's alright. So that's as close as we got to the snow. What we can see on the mountain over there. It is a nice view over Lake Jindabyne though. So I thought I'd at least take a bit of a video of that. If there's a break in any of these trees. There we go. Come back another time to see the snow. We're watching the last sunset of our holiday. And we had our last night without even knowing it was our last night. So depressing. But we're nearly home. It's 5:30. We're through Sydney. We've got about an hour left. It's been gonna be over 7 hours, almost 8, including stops. So a big day. We won't be getting in the car again for at least a week. Oh, we're really sad. It's been such a good trip. We don't want to go home, but going home 3 days before you were mentally prepared was even harder.
Yep.
Even here goes sad. We're home. Trailer's unhooked for the last time for a little while. And now we unpack, which should be pretty easy because we didn't take a lot. Hugo's asleep, so we'll have to do another final video with him, but we're home.
No.
We're sad. The car made it home. We cried. Well, I cried. It's alright. This is what we've taken out of the camper trailer this morning and last night, and that is only what was in the space that we lived in. We haven't even started to empty like the pantry or any of the compartments yet. Everything's a mess as usual after a big holiday, but we're prioritising looking at our artwork. This is the one we got in Darwin, so I'll let Ryan unwrap that. And I'm going to go and have a look at the one that we got in South Australia, which is just beautiful. It's going to go with my medicine leaves painting up there. Not sure how we're going to hang them yet. I want to see it. So we got this one, and then Ryan got 3 little ones for his office as well. Might be some more unwrapping.
You did a pretty good job at wrapping it.
She did a really good job of wrapping it. Upside down. Yay! That's so pretty. Yeah, it's a painting. What do you think? Yeah, you like it? Car and camper trailer are completely empty now, including everything like the mattress. So the house is a total shambles, but we're getting there. We will get it done today. Oh, where'd you put your paintings? I was coming to have a look at them. These are Ryan's 3. The set that we chose. So nice. I love them. I love that one, I think. Oh, I like them all. Yeah, it's not good. We've got a load already on the line. A load's been soaked in the tub. a load's in the washing machine and another load's soaking in the tub. So the problem that we have now is that it's not just a matter of putting everything away because it's all filthy. It's covered in red dirt because of all the leaky bits in our camper trailer. So we have to clean everything and then get it away. So it's going to be a long day.
So that's the end of our 3-month tour. Heading up through Queensland into the northern NT, across the Gibb River Road, down the coast of WA, and then inland, way down to the Nullarbor Plain and the Eyre Peninsula, crossing into Victoria, the ACT, and home. And we plan to do Central Australia, the south coast of WA and Tasmania, and some other trips. We're all set up for our first weekend away camping since the trip. Ryan's got the fire going. We're just near Bulladilla, which is only about an hour from home, so it was a quick trip this afternoon. Dogs are back, and I've just got to go inside. The pantry's looking a little bare. We've definitely learnt how to pack for weekends after having packed for 3 months. And inside, I don't ever remember it being this clean and tidy and empty, so I had to get a visual shot.
Did you mention that the car got fixed and that this is the last weekend away with the car?
Yes, we bought a new car. So we took the Ranger to a couple of places and got the glow plugs and the wiring all sorted. And then we bought a Land Cruiser, which Ryan's going to pick up in Brisbane next week.
Yep.
And then we'll look at getting rid of the Ranger, which did a good job, but we need something bigger where the dogs can go in the back and they can't go in the tray, so. And we want a manual, something with a bit less electrics, so if we're in the same position we were in
Something that's
on the trip,
capacity and payload capacity.
it's also can tow more, yeah, and carry more. So last trip for the Ranger, and we'll have a new car next trip. We had a relaxing, productive day.
I thought this was a photo.
No. That's what the flashing red light means. What did you do today? Tell us what you did.
Fix the lights because they're all broken.
I'm wearing the microphone, so we won't hear that. The lights were screwed in a bit tight, so the covers were broken.
Yeah.
And Ryan's just replaced them. Well, 3 of them, because that's what ModCon sent us, but we realised the 4th one's broken too.
Yep.
So I'll have to get a new one of those. Got really hot in the middle of the day, so we spent a little bit of time inside, just chilling while Hugo had a nap. He's out exploring. There's these little yellow flowers in the field here, and he's just pulling them out one by one. As maybe have seen 1 or 2 petals on his corner of his mouth. What are you doing? You're cheeky. Bye. But this has been a good little hip camp. Got another fire going. There's only one other group of campers, and the horses seem to like them, which is good. They're staying away from us. We're not really fans of horses, especially when they're loose in the paddock. They kind of ran up to the dogs before, but no issues. So yeah, it's really hot today, but it's cold already, as you can tell by Hugo's ridiculous jacket and shorts ensemble. Yes, it's hot. Good boy. Good weekend. I'm going to try and get out a bit, see what there is around where we live before we start planning the next trip. Get off there first. Ooh, here we go. On our way out of the hip camp this morning, nice and early on a Sunday. It's 8:10.
Somebody woke up at 6.
6 isn't too bad. It was the 12, 2 and 4 that bothered me. After not going to bed until 9. Anyway, just thought this was a nice drive when we came in on Friday.